There we go. Audio synced. One of these days, they're going to come up with a really good, like, high-quality capture card that I don't have to constantly fiddle with in order to make sure it's working properly. Hasn't happened yet. Alright. Where the hell? Right. Okay. So, we made it up the Architect's Tomb. And now we just have to do this. In a hurry. I can start that right now. Good morning, Roman Cure, DJT, Ect, Loner, Blade Traval, and Django's probably there too. So you can watch me fail! Yep, let me move. That one. Not gonna wait on that one. It actually gave me a message. You can't break the ground this way. That's funny. Hi, G-Juice. Yeah, Twitch and YouTube both have been getting really good about burying me lately. Do you know I send out little bell post notifications every time I start a new stream? Just like the tweets and the Discord messages. People have actually shown me physical evidence that they're not getting those notifications. Isaac Deft. It's a good thing that I have a fairly irregular schedule now that it's not being interrupted by everything in the universe. I mean, I have a normal schedule, so it's whatever. I need to update the schedule on the Twitch thing. I'll do it later. Excuse me. Let's just leave that here for right now. Come on. Damn it. Just killed one of you. Oh, now what? Oh, for God's sakes. So going back to that whole, juvenile thing. These guys were supposed to have visible, genitalia in the original design. While we're on the subject of such things, oh god, the list is not showing up for you because it's currently not on the website. The list hasn't been updated in months because of things that would take too long to explain right now. Ah, crap, it took too long. Speaking of taking too long, oh, that's bad. Okay. First of all, let's just deal with this nonsense. Anyways, so no, the list is locally, well actually it's not up to date locally either because I don't have any time yesterday or this morning in order to update the spreadsheet. But let's just say that the list is as up to date as it can be, just not on the website. And will not be until I get that update from Zillow, I'm afraid. Oh. Before you blame Zillow, it's actually my fault. I'm stupid and terrible. Any questions? Good morning, Epic. Good morning, the Poindexter. For Christ's sakes. Hey, Valerian. Tell me, which one of these panels contains a car? Oh no, we should have a God of War version. Which of these panels contain excess violence? Okay. We have upgrades. New ability. More damage. Good morning, Mr. Nuclear. There we go. Okay, where are we up to right now? Oipel! Yeah, we're not there yet. I knew it, G-Juice. As I say, this game has some issues. I've said it before and I'll say it again, I'm actually surprised how few issues it has. I really figured this would be like most first games. You know, when we reviewed Super Mario 1, it didn't exactly score very well. When we review Zelda 1, that's not going to score well. If we ever reviewed Assassin's Creed 1, that's going to score badly. And so forth and so on. And I never said thank you properly. Thank you, Fuzzy Duck, very much. As always. Much appreciated. Yeah, Zelda 1's probably going to actually score net negative. To be blunt about that. I'm not sure about Zelda 2, but I'm pretty sure Zelda 1 will. Yeah, Psychonauts 1, another perfect example of a first game. I need to just codify that as a lorium. First games. Zelda 1... Yeah, Zelda 1 got a remake. It's called Breath of the Wild. That's a joke. Zelda 1 has never actually gotten a remaster or anything. Nah, I need the orbs. There is a GBA version, but it's literally a straight port. The satellite view thing does not count and also isn't available, and therefore does not count. It's like asking about the Philips CDI Zeldas. No, is the answer to that. And no, all joking aside, Breath of the Wild is not a remake of Zelda 1. Not even tonally. I'd rather chew my own teeth, Valerian. No offense. The best first game? Oh yeah, by the way, Mega Man 1 should have been a net negative, except we were specifically reviewing the the modern version on the Switch, which boosted it a bit. Speaking of another one. Anyways, yeah, Dishonored feels like a weird one to pick because You know, it's a 2-game franchise. It's the same thing like picking Portal 1. I feel like I'm cheating by picking that. So as far as actual franchises go... honestly, I'm kind of leaning towards Super Mario Bros. 1. It did score net positive when we reviewed it last time. And that's impressive for a first game. Come on. Oh, right. Well, I have this here. Duh. FF1, when we reviewed it last time, was net positive barely. Better than 2 or 3. So I guess FF1 might qualify as well. FF1 gets by virtue of being mostly inoffensive. All that being stated, this is all kind of a trick answer, because I think the actual answer is the game we're playing right now. As much as that's barely net positive, that's still probably going to be more net positive than most first games we cover. Yeah, I should deal with that.
Let the rage of the gods drive your blade.
Athena, I swear to God. Dragon Quest 1 is not that great of a game. And no, I would say Mega Man X1 does not count as a first game. The people making Mega Man X1 had years of experience making good Mega Man games by that point. X1 is a Gaiden game, which kind of has its own connotations. See, I'd say the quote, "There's only one God," but people would misunderstand that. It's actually a Warcraft reference. Fallout 3 should count as a first game, but no. Speaking of which, Fallout 1, there's a game that sucks. Now, if we ever get a proper remake of Fallout 1, that'll be awesome. Let's go for this once. Nope. Yeah, do me a favor, never watch me review any Fallout game, John. Warcraft 1 was a terrible game, to be blunt. Warcraft 1 was so early on in the concept of a real-time strategy that it has so, like, you know what quality of life is, right? Well, whatever the opposite of a quality of life is, that's what Warcraft 1 has. Speaking of which, Command & Conquer 1, while we're on the subject. StarCraft doesn't count for the same reason that I just mentioned. I'm not sure Dawn of War counts either, for that matter. I have to think about that. Diablo 1 also kind of sucks as a first game. Unfortunately, I remember Dune 1. And I do definitely mean unfortunately. Yikes. Well, I hesitate because I'm not sure if Dawn of War 1 counts as a first game in a similar vein to, say, Fallout 3, which absolutely does not count as a first game. Dune 2000 was also pretty rough, if we're being honest with ourselves. Okay. Miss Haven. I mean, we'll be reviewing it later this year, Blue Felix. That should be fun. Ah, there you go. That's exactly what I needed to know. So they'd already made Homeworld. Although, Homeworld 1 is an interesting first game example. So I would discount Dawn of War 1. But Homeworld 1... That's pretty impressive. I'll give you that one. Jedi Knight series? Wouldn't that be Dark Forces 1 for the very first Jedi Knight game? I think. Why is there a final gate there? GoldenEye... I don't know GoldenEye well enough outside of the obvious in order to judge it. That's on the button, right? Yep, it's on the button. I mean, don't mistake me, there are good first games, they're just the exception, not the rule. That's sort of my point. See, Mass Effect would absolutely not qualify as a first game. That would probably be Baldur's Gate 1. I'll give you Halo 1, which is actually pretty good. I mean, we reviewed Halo 1, and it into the current system, and it reviewed pretty well. I've actually never played the first Call of Duty, so I'm not sure about that one. Dragon Age would not count for the same reason Mass Effect would not count. Oh, duh. Okay, hang on. Wake up, Lore. Okay, question man's up. What preceded Mass Effect? Really? I mean, most immediately, I believe the thing that preceded Mass Effect would be KOTOR 1. And before KOTOR 1, we had Neverwinter Nights, and before Neverwinter Nights, we had Baldur's Gate. As soon as I can, Hazardous, I actually am physically incapable of updating the list right now. That's not a joke or a meme. It's not happening. So... Oh yeah, there's also... Forgot about Jade Empire. Forgot about Jade Empire. As I usually do. That's on me. I don't do that on purpose. I just tend to forget it exists. That's an interesting question, Trihexia. Oh, nice, Blue Alex. Are you going all the way to Infinite? Because supposedly the co-op campaign's getting testing in July, I think. So, you know, we're getting there. Anyways, my overall point, sorry, so my overall point is first games in a series, that is to say first games by a developer, tend to suck. But there are exceptions, and I think we're playing one of them. That's the overall point I was trying to make there. Not gonna go for that. Oh, come on! Oh my god. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 1, if we counted that, would probably also qualify as a rough game. Speaking of which, Seiken Densetsu 1, or Final Fantasy Adventure, or Sword of Mana, whichever version you want to prefer, but, you know, the original Game Boy game, that's a rough game. Mafia 1 I don't have many memories of, so I'm not going to say anything on that one. I remember Mafia 2 better. Police Stories. I don't even remember what that is. Or know what that is, I suppose. So there's There's, our boy. Well, Doom isn't the first, though. Wolfenstein, I guess Wolfenstein 3D would be the first in that particular category. Because there's also Wolfenstein, I forget what it's called, which was, they then like, hey, let's take this into 3D. And that became Wolfenstein 3D. And Wolfenstein 3D isn't that great, to be honest. Doom was very much a polished Wolfenstein 3D. Like, don't mistake me, Wolfenstein 3D isn't bad, but it's kind of like comparing TIE Fighter to X-Wing. You can tell which one came later, you know what I mean? Speaking of which, X-Wing 1, also not a great first game. No, Starscream. If that was true, then Super Mario Bros. 1 would win by a landslide, because look up how many units Super Mario Bros. 1 has sold over the years. Tried to stop me. She said the gods were fools, that I was a fool. She may be right, but they came to me, believed in me. They had to be stopped, but now they're gone, my entire family. I cannot go on. Actually, Sonic 1 would count. Although I haven't played Sonic 1 in an inordinate amount of time. I was far more familiar with Sonic 2. So I'm going to need this, if you don't mind. I actually beat Mortal Kombat 1 in the arcades, which is a point of pride. Stupid, but it's there. But I would agree, Mortal Kombat 1 is just not even on the same level as, say, Mortal Kombat 2. Just checking something. How many quarters? Not a small amount. I actually used to be pretty decent at arcade fighters. I know you wouldn't be able to tell that by watching my Smash run. But I remember it distinctly. I can even tell you the pizza parlor I was in and where it is, or where it used to be. That place isn't there anymore. I'm like, alright, boom. Get through it. Got to Goro. Got the snot beaten out of me, but I got past Goro. Then I got to Shang Tsung and hated myself. God. Still beat him, but ugh. Deus Ex. Yeah, I'll give you Deus Ex. Although I'm not sure how it would hold up on review. Also, I'm not exactly bad at Smash, played too long, but that's neither here nor there. Sorry, I was laughing at Django's comment there. I'll actually give you that one too, Bluff Alex. Killer Instinct 1 was, in my opinion, Killer Instinct 1 was better than Killer Instinct 2. I'd like to say that's a rarity, where the original is better than the sequel, but unfortunately, I'm not a very good liar. Yeah, we're in Greece. Yeah, I was a Violet main back in KI1. Although I could play a lot of characters just for fun. Riptor was a fun one. And Glacius was the other one. Oh, wow, Loner. That's impressive. Now, I haven't actually played the modern Killer Instinct, so I have no idea about that one. You know what always amuses me about stuff like this? Couldn't we have just climbed in here from the outside? That is clearly open to the elements. That's the D&D player in me. It's like, can't we just... Okay, whatever. Well, this should be a very easy... Oh my god! Yeah, I'm gonna die here, by the way. At least once. Almost guaranteed. These are enemies very specifically designed to stun you on a platform where if you are stunned, you get crushed by the rolling pins. What? What? I glanced away for less than a second and died over there. I'm gonna have to watch the VOD to figure out what happened there. Anyways, thank you, Epic. Very much. Always appreciate. I'm gonna put this down and see what Jongo's talking about. Do you know what you want to put that to? Or maybe you put it in the comments. Because that's a thing you can do, is you can put it in the comments. Jesus, Lord, wake up. Kiwami 2, you got it. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. Okay. I see him. Right there. That's cute. That's cute. Let's find out. Not even sure if it went off. And I'm dead. Oh, wow. That did not kill me. I'm astonished that didn't kill me. Revert to a little standard tactics here for a second here. We're a barbarian. We're supposed to whirlwind to death. I've played Diablo. Yeah, Bob was like, you know, I'm tired of just spikes being my identity, you know? Stop doing that, Kratos. Come on, Kratos! Kind of just praying I hit things, to be completely honest. I'm paying more attention to my position than I am the enemies at this point. Yeah, Bob's in a midlife crisis right now. So what happened, remember, the big story was that Spike stole his wife from him, right? This is canon, you can check the VODs. So, what happened is he found a nice young woman, but then she cheated on him for a flamethrower. Here we are. So thanks for that. Women, I swear. Fictional women that I just made up and don't actually exist. Oh, terrible. Ooh, weird. That was some interesting stun effects. I just feel like they're respawning. Do me a favor. Die. Okay. Yeah, I was trying to trigger the flamethrowers to kill the archers, and that wasn't doing anything. Oh, damn it. God damn it! Stunned. 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 Nothing but stunned enemies in this room. It's great. Seriously, it's the bomb-throwing archers, which stun you, and the dive-bombing assholes, which stun you. Yeah, let's just get some Castlevania Medusa heads in here. That would make this perfect. Ooh, what the hell happened there? respawning! Stop respawning! Okay, is that all the archers? Nope. Doing that, camera. Throwing me. Seeing the frame rate drop during this? Mostly when they do multiple dives at the same time. And none of these drop health, I just noticed that. Which is funny, because we're already past the point where he killed his wife. For, you know, no good reason. Ooh, there. Oh, for God's sakes! They're still spawning. We have not yet gone through the gamut. Oh, that might have been it. Nope, not yet. Dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. And then a Minotaur spawns. Ah! Yeah, no, this... I remember the first time I did this, I actually thought I was missing a switch or something. But no, you're really just supposed to sit here and kill, 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 and kill, and kill! Yeah, I was trying to get a good shot of it, but the camera wasn't being cooperative. Zeus really likes that one Spartan warrior, though, for some reason. Oh. Oh, well, whatever. Really? I didn't know that, Zactaf, because I haven't played that yet, so thanks for the spoiler. It's an image of a man battling Zeus himself. It is an image of the future. So, I wonder... I know they had vague ideas planned out for the future, and I know that. I've seen some of the behind-the-scenes stuff. I don't know how many specifics they had planned out for the future. Not that I'm saying we're going to fight Zeus in the very next game or anything, but we're totally going to fight Zeus in the very next game.
Kratos, your quest is at an end. You are the first mortal to ever reach Pandora's box. There is still time to save Athens. You must bring the box back to my city and use it to kill Ares. Return to Athens, Kratos. Return and save my city.
Alright, so how do we get it out of here? Oh, okay. That's convenient. Not yet, Roman cure, which is good because you had emergency in there for it. And answered you. Dum ba dum ba dum. Not at all. In fact, here, Zach Taft. When I get my mana refilled, I'll show you how powerful it is to use a ghost army.
You must bring Pandora's box back to Athens.
And it goes right to the entrance.
You cannot defeat Ares without it.
Okay. Bum ba dum ba dum. Bum bum bum. Yeah, let's try to speed this up a little bit. There we go. That's okay. That's not faster. Da 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 ba 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 ba.
After 1,000 years, Pandora's box was at last freed of its confines. Kratos had found the means to destroy the god of war. Far away in Athens, Ares knew Kratos had succeeded in his quest.
Oh my God, tells her.
Little Spartan, you've recovered Zeus's precious box.
Hi, Blow.
But you will not live long enough to see it opened. I will see to that. Goodbye, Spartan.
That is a hell of a name.
Will rot in the depths of Hades for all eternity.
Look at that. Look at that aim.
The life began to leave Kratos. His thoughts returned to that fateful night. Even in death, the memories, the visions would not fade. For how could he forget spilling the blood of his own family? A cruel trick orchestrated by the god of war.
My wife, my child, how? They were left in Sparta.
You are becoming all I'd hoped you'd be, Kratos. Now, with your wife and child dead, nothing will hold you back. You'll become even stronger. You will become death itself.
But as the flames consumed the temple,
He was right.
Kratos realized his true enemy was the god who once saved his life. The same god who had now taken everything from him.
Ares!
From this night forward, the mark of your terrible deed will be visible to all. The ashes of your wife and child will remain fastened to your skin, never to be removed.
And with that curse, all would know him for the beast he had become. His skin white with the ash of his dead family. The ghost of Sparta had been born. In the end, in death, he had failed. As the minions of Ares claimed Pandora's box, Kratos' life faded, and his cursed soul was cast into the fires of Hades. And Kratos fell into the underworld, the river Styx beckoning below, the currents strong enough to carry even the strongest mortal to his eternal resting place. But Kratos had no intention of resting yet. He intended to live, to return to Earth and complete his quest.
Hey, it's okay.
Let go, fool! You won't drag me down to that cursed river!
There is a task left for me above. I will see it completed.
You again?
So, welcome to hell. I mean, Hades. Which, it's hell. Doing this on hardest difficulty is admittedly, part of why I have such bad memories of this game. This is also the place, I'm pretty sure, check me on this, but I'm pretty sure this is the place that they admitted they didn't properly playtest. And it shows. Yeah, it's just the one I missed. Oh well. I mean, even the terrain, if you could call it that, is actually more simplistic. Throughout the game, there's actually been reasonably decent design to most of the terrain. Here, it's just kind of basic. Yeah, every single soul here is a Wilhelm. Well, crap, I didn't want that. Let's actually switch for this. Oh, it totally looks like hell from Diablo 1. Specifically 1, too. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but literally the textures and the meshes seem more simplistic than the rest of the game. And that's even ignoring the, you know, the Greek problem. Oh yeah, here, just for you, Zach Taft. Honestly, this is a good way to deal with these guys, so... No. Yeah, exactly, Blade Travel. I do like Hades in God of War 3 by memory. So, anyone want to guess how many times this is going to take me? It's one. Yeah, I think this deserves a counter. Hang on. Here you are. How do you not remember this? I want to demonstrate what happened there really quick. Give me a second. Oh yeah, and it's this mechanic, so you don't have full movement. There we go. So... it's hard to really show off, especially since I don't even know where it is exactly. But there you go. See how I walked next to it? The hurt boxes on these things are inconsistent. Or perhaps more accurately, they're inaccurate. That actually killed me the first time, too. It was just harder to see because I was in motion and jumping. But please trust me when I say their hurt boxes are wrong. Now... the good news is, I'm pretty sure they're only wrong on the right side, not the left. So you can get pretty close on the left, but you have to give them some space on the right. So I can get pretty close here, watch. See that? Nothing. But if I go over here, immediately get hit. I could use some experience, so I'm going to go for this. Yeah, I'll give God of War 2 and 3 and 4 this. None of them have a section... none of them have a GTA section. Let's just call it what it is. And on the off chance you haven't watched any of our GTA runs, most GTA games are fun with one section that just makes you want to tear your hair out. Thankfully, the checkpoints are decent here. If they weren't, this would probably be 3 negative territory without even trying. I demonstrate, but I don't remember where the checkpoints are, and I don't want to risk that right now. As I'm sure anybody in chat can name a GTA section. I should codify that as Elorium, too, because we've used that terminology before. It's just a portion of an otherwise good game that's just irritating. Yeah, the toy plane is the worst for me, personally. Always has been. Hesitate. Almost didn't make that. Four has several. Mostly any long mission that doesn't have a checkpoint, of which there are several. 5 was the first GTA that had no irritating part for me. I hate to keep praising 5, but damn it, that was a good game. As I like to say, it's not my fault. Nope, that's tough. It's not my fault 5 is a good damn game. That's 2. Okay. Little warning game. Which one in Awakening, Blue Felix? I think this is before I went this way. Decided I don't care about getting that experience. This is effectively the last level. Although I think, apparently there's a level after this? Question mark? Oh, I agree with that completely. GTA Online can go to frickety hell. What the crap? Recovered from that. Should be a checkpoint. The speedrun jumps a lot. Like, way more than I'm doing. Okay, first part done. It's funny you say that since Zeus and Athena both directly help us in this. And Hades and Poseidon and Artemis indirectly help us. I suppose that's what we call irony. And Aphrodite, apparently. Whoa! What the... Oh my god. So that was a thing. Oh right, Medusa's head. Right. Whoops, that's the wrong button. I meant to hit that button. Well, now I don't have any mana. Great. I didn't need that mana anyways. Okay, down. And yes, these are explodey arrows, because of course they are. Yeah, that's 2 more, speaking of which. Wait a moment. Juke a bit. Juke a bit. Get hit anyways. All part of the plan. All part of the plan. That was not part of the plan. Hi! No, this isn't triple negative. If the checkpoints were much worse, this would be a triple negative without hesitation. They're not, so it isn't. As I like to say, this could be worse. Years of reviewing games have taught me it's possible to go down from bad. Hi. Win it. Wrong one. That's also the wrong one. What's the button I'm going for? Right. I mean, this absolutely deserves A negative. I'm sorry. This is, first of all, this is kind of the outro. Not a great outro. Second of all, this is actually untested. And third of all, everything that's obvious. So this is definitely A negative. I'm not sure how much further past that we're going to go. As with so many other games we've covered, they were clearly running out of time at the end here. Or budget, or interest, or whatever. Probably, Django. The whole thing is... eh. Oh, hello. Whoop, 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 whoop. Careful, everybody. Might hurt somebody. Also, and this is a minor thing, one of the things I have already given this game a positive for is decent encounter design. Which enemies you fight where, how the terrain matters, how the enemies complement each other, etc. We've been fighting Minotaurs and Archers for like 10 minutes now. And ironically, these don't actually complement each other at all. Well, I shouldn't say that, but not a good combo. If I might be bold, I imagine what actually happened was we got the enemies that they bothered to make the fiery versions of. Or had the time to, or had the money to, or whatever the problem was. Speaking of microtransactions, does anybody know how to activate the suit in God of War 2? That's going to be relevant later today. So we know we need to be the God of War. I'm not actually going to do that, but it would be funny. Okay. Alright, now the actual worst part. So, one negative for what we've seen so far. And I'm going to actually codify that right now. Just lock that in. This, I was stuck at this so goddamn long. One negative right now. Where are we at? Okay. Wish me luck. And get used to that, by the way. Remember I mentioned inconsistent hurt boxes, by the way? Oh, this is definitely better than Psychonauts 1 on the gameplay axis. And definitely worse on the story one. Which, you know, about tracks, I suppose. Nope. Yeah, by the way, you go all the way back to the bottom if you screw up at all. Oh, and just to demonstrate, you can outpace the turning, but only barely, as you can see here. Nope. Yeah, you notice I left the health chest untouched. Because I'm probably going to need it. Now, what's funny is... This sucks for a lot of reasons. The fact that you go all the way back to the bottom, the inconsistent hurt boxes I've already mentioned, because that applies to these too, it's the same type of blades. But here's the other catch. The camera's zoomed in. So you can't really see what's coming, so you can't really plan for what's coming. You can react to what's coming, but if the camera's zoomed out a little bit more, you might be able to see, oh, okay, so up ahead there's a triple. Or whatever, you know. You're like, aha, I'm going to need to jump soon. Yeah, as is, this is mostly memorization. I'm kind of off the... I cannot believe I did that in that few tries. By the way, I have lost it right at that last thing, because you do have to actually hit the button to get up at the very end. And if you don't, then you could get hit and start all the way over again. Probably should kill these first, but whatever. Yeah, by the way, that's not the only one of those. That's the easy one. Game! Oh my god! Stop being stun locked. Okay. Round 2. Yeah, notice the patterns are much harsher and much more narrow here. There's actually specific angles you're basically supposed to go up through. And on some of them, you're intended to jump. Otherwise, you will not make it in time. This is why I codified the negative as is. Nope. Because that negative was everything before this. Whereas Linkilda is that on the list, Linkilda? Has that already been donated for? Either way, thank you very much for the sub. As always. And since it's already on the list, I will jot it down for Naruto, etc. Ninja Storm Lego. What is with these long titles? God! Okay, we're cool. 4. Internal system error. God of War 4 is the one that was released recently. What were they thinking? I can't speak for other people. I actually got that question yesterday, too. Why do developers think this kind of stuff is acceptable? I honestly think that most developers, and I'll include myself in this, too, if you can even count me as a developer, fall into that trap of, well, you know what you're doing, so you're fine with it, right? And it's easy to understand that mentality. Think of a game right now that has a section which you don't have any issues with, either because you've played it a lot or because you know it very well. I don't mean like you think it's bad. I mean it's just a section you just curb stomp every time, right? Maybe you've got practice at it. Maybe you've sped run it. You know, maybe whatever, right? Okay, we're gonna wait on that one. There's no penalty for letting it rotate you into the wall. Thank God. If there was, this would 100% be 3 negatives by itself. Yep. There we go. Yeah, it's a problem of lack of testing. That's exactly right. Oh. Which goes back to what we were talking about. As we mentioned, they have admitted they didn't really test this section. So maybe when they were playing it, they were fine. They had no issues. Yeah, that was way better than I thought it would be. That was 2 deaths earlier, and then 3 falls. Unless I missed one. Of course, I did way better at the other rotating... the catwalk section. Although I died more there than here, which is just weird, but whatever. So how many negatives do we give that? Because, yeah... That's interesting. You're right, it is, Dakota. Hang on a second. Yeah, I actually have it down as Django 32. Specifically for the donation. Oh, because that went through Patreon, that's why. Okay. Look, we all know who Django is, damn it. He had a son, but a terrible show. Or so I'm told. I haven't seen it. Boom. Interesting. I thought I missed one. Whatever. Not gonna complain. Yeah, I was gonna say. I know I missed one. There's one I actually remember that I missed. What? Oh, right. Thanks, game. Thanks, appreciate that. Hi, One-Winged Angel. Yeah, people die every few seconds. That's, I mean, even in Greek terms. Especially when with Ares actively destroying Athens right now. That's what I always assume, that these are supposed to be the people specifically from Athens that Ares is sending to Hades. We all know Kratos isn't going to the Elysium Fields, so... Not sure what these people did. Whoops. Not quite. No, don't do it. Oh, God. Alright, ultimate challenge mode engaged. Thank you, One-Winged Angel. Always appreciate that sub. They lived in a society. If you know what you want that to go towards, do please let me know. Hades was kind of cool until I played, I think, 3 specifically, and it was just like, whoa, dude! What is wrong with you? I mean, I know he does it on behalf of Zeus, but damn! Well, it's not my fault that I murdered his wife, okay? His wife kind of deserved to die. And I don't actually mean that in the Greek mythos. I mean in this franchise. She shows up in one of the PSP games, I do believe. She had it coming. Trying to show off the moves as much as I can while I'm just kind of mindlessly killing these here. There's actually moves for this thing just like there are for the Blades of Chaos. Nothing tells you that, by the way. They're a lot less flashy, but they're there. Like, you got the whunk. Oh, hang on. There we go. The whunk. As I like to call it. And, of course, the chikonk. Apparently there's a combo list menu. Whatever you say, Chongo. That's over here. Right there, yep. But my point is, and I stand by this point, when you upgrade the Blades of Chaos, it tells you the new moves you get. When you upgrade the Blade of Artemis, it doesn't tell you anything. And I hope I'm not the only person who just sort of naturally assumed there were no moves for the Blades of Artemis. For the Blade of Artemis, excuse me. Almost. Look at that. Oh, Jesus, One-Winged Angel. That sounds terrible. Yeah, I was actually a little worried the directional audio wouldn't work quite right. And boop. There's the right blade. I love how you have to double jump. Well, you don't actually have to. You can grapple, but if you don't want to grab the ledge, you have to double jump every one of these jumps. Bye. Which one was My Lovely Wives? I don't remember the name. Thanks, Dad. If I can grab... Hello? Grab the damn thing. There we go. That's right. That's right. That sounded fun. I'm surprised that one came out already, but cool. So don't think too much about what's about to happen, although I will admit I thought this was clever back in the day.
Ah, Kratos. And not a moment too soon. I only finished digging just a moment ago.
Who are you?
Now that is an interesting question. But for now, you must hurry. Athens needs you.
But how did you know I would...
Athena isn't the only god keeping watch on you, Spartan. Complete your task, Kratos, and the gods will forgive your sins.
Yep. It's Paul Edding. He actually voices 3 characters in this one, I think. Whoa, whoa, no. Don't want to go back there. Yeah, that's Zeus. I mean, I don't know if they ever 100% confirm it, but that's totally Zeus. I mean, Paul Edding's legit. I'm always excited whenever I hear him. He's almost always in little roles, too. You ever notice that? Whoa there, whoa there. Whoa there! Holy moly! 2 of these guys. 7 with 1 blow. Jesus. Yeah, by the way, the upgraded Blade of Artemis does a stupid amount of damage. As I am demonstrating on these Cyclopses. Whatever these are. This is why I was bothering to upgrade this thing. Pretty much right here. Chonk. Hey, Darth Medoro. Whoa, shoot. Oh, I have no idea, Act. 50? 100? How do you even keep track of that? Frickin' Medusa. Medusas? I don't know. Oh, that's why. I forgot about that. I've been trying to grab people. You can't grab people with this sword. Do that instead. Hey, Melkor. I am very sorry you had to deal with that. I know what those long shifts feel like. And that's not me complaining about my job. It's me complaining about my old job. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that. You know, something just occurred to me. They did the first stage last, and there's a logic behind that. Several game developers will do that to make the intro as good as possible. But that means they thought that box puzzle was good by the time they were finished developing this game. Hey, where's the Oracle? Where? Remember, it's super dark for me. And I'm apparently blind. Oh, okay. Hi, Oculus. Ah, there she is.
Kratos, return, but too late. Ares has taken Athens. There is no more hope. No hope.
It's okay. I can still open Pandora's box. And, you know, there's hope inside. That's how that works. That is a crap ton of experience. What can I raise here? Not that I'm going to use any of this, but, you know. Yeah, why not? Yeah, I might use Army Hades. It is the best spell in the game, arguably. It's also extraordinarily expensive to keep leveling.
Ares is victorious. We failed. Kratos.
Okay, so then it repeats. Yeah, I remember, so I didn't do hardest difficulty this game until, I think it was my third playthrough. So, yeah, I had everything maxed by then. Ugh. Speaking of which, let's get that ready. So we aren't going to need that in a minute.
Kratos had traversed the desert of lost souls, bested the deadly traps of Pandora's temple, and escaped Hades itself. There was but one task left.
Zeus! Do you see now what your son can do? You cast your favor on Athena, but her city lies in ruins before me.
I love how dinky the thing is.
Even Pandora's box is mine. Would you have me use it against Olympus itself? Kratos, returned even from the underworld. Is this the best you can do, father? You send a broken mortal to defeat me, the god of war?
Roll credits. I like how we're just there immediately.
After thousands of years, Pandora's box was finally opened. The power of the gods unleashed.
You are still just a mortal. Every bit as weak as the day you begged me to save your life.
I am not the same man you found that day. The monster you've created has returned to kill you.
You have no idea what a true monster is, Kratos.
Because why not?
Your final lesson is at hand. Prepare to join your family, Spartan.
Okay, I'll give you this. This is pretty cool game. It's a little basic, but it's some nice spectacle. Oh yeah, speaking of which. I'm gonna be refilling anyways, might as well start using it. Oh, okay, hang on. Let's switch. I'm probably gonna die to this at least once. I remember this being pretty rough. But then again, most of my memories are of hard mode, so whatever.
Is that the best you can do?
Oh, they totally are casual. I've always loved this particular take on it. Like, how many people, how much suffering and death and horror has happened because Ares is upset that Zeus likes Athena better than him? Because that's what started all of this. I mean, arguably there's some other things, but seriously. Grow up, Ares. He's got reach, too. Yeah, I'm gonna die at least the first time, looks like. I didn't actually know I could block his stuff. That's funny. That's death one. Of course I liked God of War 4. No, I know, but I mean, it's just, it's so appropriate, isn't it? I'll kill you all. Why? Because Daddy likes Sis better than me. And I've done a good job. I've been a good boy. Yeah, I feel like I shouldn't be this far back. Yeah, exactly, Django. Whatever, let's lock this in by hard saving. Oh, that's probably what I'm remembering going here. Well, fortunately, cutscenes are skippable, so we can just get right back into it. Make sure we have our mana. We're gonna need it.
Kratos.
Prepare to join your family, Spartan!
Block! I'm hitting L1. What are you doing, game? Hey, Lava Dude. The Ares fight, part 2. You can tell what's going on, right? What's going on is getting my ass kicked. What's happening here? Jesus. Is that a serious question? Yeah, no, I need rage for phase 2. You do? Okay, let's make sure that actually went through. It did. Oh, okay. We'll burn that as soon as he finishes his meteor attack, then.
Relent! You have already lost, Spartan!
Just opens with the frickin' hammer. not the direction I hit, game. Oh, if you couldn't skip the cutscene, oh. It's okay, this isn't Final Fantasy X. No, I'm never letting that go. How did I get hit with that even... whatever. Block, you asshole! Why wouldn't I like that, Pika? I'm confused by your statement. You imply that I don't like that. Now...
You will never overcome your weakness as a mortal! You are no warrior.
I didn't even see the prompt.
Advance and embrace your death, mortal! Why do you resist me, Spartan?
Let the rage of the gods drive your blades, Kratos.
Yes, eclectic, absolutely. Okay, phase 2.
I have taught you many ways to kill a mortal, Kratos. Flesh that burns, bones that break. But to break a man's spirit is to truly destroy him.
Yeah, this sucked so hard.
Recognize this place, Spartan. The location of your greatest failure. Perhaps there is a chance you can undo the deeds of the past.
On hard.
The nightmares that had haunted Kratos for the past 10 years had now taken form and substance. His past stood before him.
Kratos! What's happening? Where are we?
By the gods, can this be real?
No. I do love this idea.
Ares! There is nothing you can put in my way to stop me! I will save my family!
I can't. Holy crap. That's impressive. That was 10,000 orbs. Or blood, or whatever. We're gonna be here a minute. Okay. Now, if there was friendly fire, if you could hit them, this would be terrible. This would be so bad if this had friendly fire turned on. So yeah, you can actually heal them with your own life. Yeah, by the way, those snipers, those are the worst. Come on, get up. Stop being sunlocked. What? I didn't even see what happened there. I just got shoved off. Damn it. That actually irritates me. I was doing decently. Well, not great, but, you know. Not great. Yeah, thank you for reminding me. Dear developer, speed this up. Sincerely, Runner. What I'm thinking so far is a plus to story and a negative to gameplay for this. I'm still kind of debating that. But the problem is, and Guahir is correct, and I could tell you this as well from personal experience, this is a little bit more dependent on RNG than skill. And that is irritating. In any game. Clear the room a little bit here. Yeah, I know, thank you. I'm gonna try this for a bit. I was using that one for reach, but can't even get a frickin' spin going. I'm getting stun locked by everything. I should just switch back. Jeez Louise. I'm gonna hold off until the snipers start showing up. But yeah, that was actually the plan. Although, admittedly, I was trying to show off and hopefully do it without actually needing to eat Rage of the Gods last time. And then I got shoved off the ledge! Okay, that time I at least saw it coming. God damn it. Did you see that? I was stuck in the middle of a combo and couldn't pull out of the attacks, because you're actually animation locked with the Blade of Artemis. So, it's another reason the Blades of Chaos are different, better, than the Blades of Artemis, or the Blade of Artemis, excuse me. Pika says, are all video game escorts bad? That's a good question. I'm going to go ahead and go with no. But provisionally, because I can't think of a good escort off the top of it. I'm sure that one exists, I just can't think of one right now. Okay. Yeah, Fable 1 probably has the worst escort quest I've ever seen. Frickin' Balverines. battle mode a little bit here. Try not to get roped into the corner. Or out of the corner, rather. Want to be in the corner. Then before the corner goes away, and well, then we start to have problems. Come on. Whoa there! I do not think that counts at all, Sakage. That's just me. Atreus is not an escort NPC, he's part of the party. Who upgrades alongside you. Yeah, if it's not obvious, these guys can really stun lock you. They also are very resistant to being staggered, consequently. Very high levels of armor, or hyper armor, what do you want to call that? I mean, it's the whole point of the scene, Triaxia. You can also do this. Really slow, not recommended on any kind of harder difficulty, and you can see why. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and pop this now. Pop another one. Oh, we can't. Okay, well, okay. Pop another one. And another one. Oh, almost didn't get that one in. Got surrounded. It'd be nice if there's like a counter or something of how many of these damn things we have to kill too. So you're just killing and killing. A lot of this stuff does that. Come on. Move! Yeah, it starts to drag. Not just because I've done this 3 times, 4 times, or 8 times, whatever it's been. Just, even if you do it perfectly the first time, it does tend to drag a little bit. It's the boss doesn't have a health bar problem. I've talked about that before. We're just fighting until we're done, and we have no idea when that will be. Go away. Go away.
Kratos had done the impossible. He had saved his family.
In an illusion.
Please, take us home!
Do you see, God of War? You took them once, but you'll never have them again.
You cannot save them, Kratos. You gave them up in your quest for ultimate power. There is a price to pay for everything you gain.
Not that price. I didn't want them to die.
No price is too high for what I offered, and you rejected me. A god! Now, you will have no power, no magic. All that is left for you is death!
Oh, not again.
You should have joined me, Kratos. You should have been stronger.
By the gods.
Remember that sword?
The battle was not over. The gods, it seemed, had a final gift for Kratos.
I still have allies in Olympus, Ares. Now, you will see how strong I am.
And then I'm gonna die.
You cannot defeat me!
I do like the gimmick here. but, you know.
Real power is. Beg for your life, mortal!
Yeah, I'm gonna die at least once, I figured. Come on, man. No, not... Get up! Nothing is an automatic negative, nor is anything an automatic positive. So the answer is automatically no, act. Okay. You know, what's funny is you can't tell, but I'm trying to block constantly. I'm just apparently terrible with my timing. Thankfully, we're right here. If this wasn't a checkpoint, this would probably be a 3 negative final boss without question.
All your strength comes from me.
Yeah, look at him. Just... No, I'm not gonna block. Screw you. I don't like blocking. Blocking for losers. Yeah, honestly, agreed, Glahir. I never would have even bothered at that point. Get up. That would explain why it kept not happening, Glahir.
You should have joined me, Kratos.
I mean, the only negative I have in my mind for God of War 2 is also for that game's last boss, so I guess that's just a trend. QTEs. Tight-timed QTEs. Irritating QTEs. Okay, QTE then, if you prefer.
Remember, Kratos, it was I who saved you in your time of greatest need.
I haven't forgotten, Ares. I remember how you saved me.
That night, I was trying to make you a great warrior.
You succeeded.
One down. Like 14 to go.
Kratos had done the impossible. A mortal defeating a god. Ares was no more.
I mean, so far it hasn't, but I don't remember about 2 or 3 peak. I haven't reviewed them yet, so how could I know? We did it!
Saved.
Yeah, the city's been saved.
Alive again. The same could not be said for Kratos, for as he sought to rebuild his soul with the help of the gods, the truth was revealed to him.
Athena, rid me of the memories that haunt me still.
You have done well, Kratos. Though we mourn the death of our brother, the gods are indebted to you. We promised your sins would be forgiven, and so they are. But we never promised to take away your nightmares. No man, no god could ever forget the terrible deeds you have done.
By the way, that's the only thing he wanted.
Knowing the visions of his past would never leave him, Kratos made his way to the bluffs overlooking the Aegean Sea.
The gods of Olympus have abandoned me. Now there is no hope.
And Kratos cast himself from the highest mountain in all of Greece. After 10 years of suffering, 10 years of endless nightmares, it would finally come to an end. Death would be his escape from madness.
But then they did the dumbest thing they could possibly do.
Kratos was not as it seemed. The gods had other plans. Borne aloft like a feather, Kratos found himself risen from the sea and placed on solid earth.
You will not die this day, Kratos.
Because
The gods
screw
will
you.
not allow one who has performed such service to perish by his own hand. Ares' tactics were brutal. His path of destruction had to be stopped. But now there is an empty throne in Olympus, and a new god of war is needed. Take these stairs, Kratos. They lead to your ultimate reward.
Thanks. That's exactly what I wanted, really. At least I look golden now. That's cool. Wee! Wee! Yeah, I mean, this is such a lawyer-esque, technically bullcrap on behalf of Athena, that the moment I saw this, I was like, oh, okay, so she's just as bad as the rest. Which is fine, of course.
Your battles are at an end, Kratos. Your journey is over. Take these steps to Olympus, and your place among the gods.
But seriously, she is just as bad as the rest. And I only mention that because it's supposed to be like a big plot twist when she reveals that she's evil, and it's like, uh-huh. No, we knew. Yeah, it is the whole point. I love this. Big old statue of Ares. Okay. Free of our servitude to the insane war god. Cool, cool. And for some reason, there's the Minotaur. Like, of all things. I know, there's only 3 bosses in this game, but like, what? Why? Why? Yeah, speaking of which. Ares. Almost takes as long as the actual last boss. Look at this. Jeez Louise. I mean, I guess the Hydra head would be okay? I don't know. Also, the Hydra head is there. It's up there in the back. See? It's up there. It's forming, like, the chair is kind of forming part of the neck. So yeah, all 3 bosses. I guess what I'm really complaining about is the fact that there's 3 bosses in this game. I looked it up. There are 14 bosses in God of War 2. Oh, yeah, it's taking too long. Whatever. I take my rightful place as the moron of war.
And from that point forward, throughout the rest of time, whenever men rode forth to battle for good cause or for evil, they did so under the watchful eye of the man who had defeated a god.
Even in World War II?
Driven forward by Kratos, the mortal who had become the new god of war.
Roll credits. I mean, why wouldn't he be Chungo? Sorry, I'm typing up my mostly final notes. We have a couple other things to do here, so we're not actually done yet. I mean, Kratos is partially responsible for everything bad that happens to him, absolutely. Do I think he's universally responsible? No. The whole point here, and Django already said this is a classic... Well, okay, let's not say it that way. Kratos is a pawn in the random bullcrap games the gods play, just like everybody else is. The only difference is Kratos actually climbed out of the board and started stabbing the players. No, think about it. Like, the knight on the chessboard just goes, you know what, this is stupid. And that's pretty much Kratos in a nutshell. That's actually part of why I like it. I was gonna say, what are these credits? The remastering team. No, I'll do a rumination per. Although I won't have much to say about one. It'll be a short video. I'm debating what I think about the outro narratively. Obviously, I do like the scene where we, try to defend our family. That's cool. But then, I always feel like it just kind of falls off a little bit after that. Ironically, I'd probably enjoy the outro a hugely more amount. That's a terribly constructed... I would enjoy the outro more, hugely, if, we died. I know that sounds dark and depressing, but I mean that. You've already asked me that, Pika, and I've already answered you. There is no raspberry jam in the first game, and I don't remember about 2 or 3. It is extremely abrupt. It's like, I give up. No, you're a god now. Okay. The end. What? Now, ironically, that statement itself kind of flies in the face of God of War 2, but we're not reviewing God of War 2, we're reviewing God of War 1. What do we get? So there's the making of... I've actually watched all this stuff, although it's been a while. We got a bunch of these. We didn't get everything, though. I'm kind of waiting to see what Django says about the outro. Because I'm kind of curious. God mode. Not really. Yeah, I didn't get infinite magic, which is a shame, but I think you have to do it on that mode to get infinite magic. Curious of something.
The gods of Olympus have abandoned me.
Skip. Skip. Finish loading. Finish loading! God damn it.
Now there is no hope.
And
is this not skippable?
Cast himself from the highest mountain in all of Greece. After 10 years of suffering, 10 years of endless nightmares, it would finally come to an end. Death would be his escape from madness. But it had not always been this way. Kratos had once been a champion of the gods.
Foul beast! I will send you back to the dead! Of Hades!
Well, I have the Blades of Athena, but nothing's leveled up. That's not right. Someone help me out here. Why don't I have my stuff? Yeah, I don't even have a mana bar. I don't have any of my health upgrades. I don't have any of my spells, even though they're unlocked. Like, did you see that? They're in the menu to be leveled. I just can't. I don't have any of my red. Like, look at it. Well, no, now they're magic locked. They were actually open earlier. Did you see that? Huh. I swear one had a New Game Plus mode. Whatever, I'm wrong. No plus to gameplay for that! Ugh. Moving on. That's the whole reason I was doing that. Like, something's wrong here, though. Oh, does it have to be the same difficulty? Hang on, let's try that. Let's try that. This means we're gonna have to watch the cutscene again. Yeah, I swear there's a New Game Plus in this game. Because I swear I've done that.
The gods of Olympus have abandoned.
Well, I set it to easy. So you'd think it'd be there. Oh, for Christ's sakes. Might as well start filling out the spreadsheet while this is doing this thing. Dum-dee-dum-dum-dum.
Now there is no hope.
Well, it obviously wasn't on easy, unless it's one of those things where it unlocks later. Like, we've encountered that before. Where you have to hit a certain point, and then the New Game Plus kicks in.
Endless nightmares.
I did play on normal. We are now doing normal again to see what happens here.
Death would be his escape from madness.
1, go. 2.
But it had not always been this way. Kratos had once been a champion of the gods.
Foul beast! I will send you back to the depths of Hades!
Well, they're not there again. So that's already wrong. We have the Athena blades, but nothing else. And yeah, there's no costume pick either. Question mark? Okay, hang on, I have one more idea. Let's see what the hell. Nope. Wow. Okay. Well, that sucks. Enjoy his chiseled physique while I type some stuff up here. In that case, I apparently am stupid, which is not technically a surprise. Well, I already put up a thumbnail. Not that anybody's seen the VOD yet. Oh, I absolutely played 2 more times than 1. And I will freely admit 2 is far more distinct in my memory than 1. Like, I had vague memories of 1. I have strong memories of 2. Athens is super safe. No problems, no worries. Everything is safe forever. They're gonna live happily ever after. Under the great and glorious future that the gods have laid out for them. I don't know how to answer that question, One Winged Angel. One Winged Angel asks, how do you deal with high APM games? I do. I mean, I do have a multi-button mouse, but I've only got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extra buttons on it. So, I don't know if that really counts as an MMO mouse, because an MMO mouse has those 16 buttons, and I hate those. I do like putting stuff on the mouse thumb button, so that helps. I don't like this sound. Let's get away from that stupid... Nope, this way. Okay. Apparently I can't do this upside down. Story. Animation. No. Atmosphere and tone. Okay, we'll do that. No Babylon 5 effect. No background lore, no banter, no branching narrative. Camera work is not all that great. Excuse me. Characters. No. Cinematics. No. Consequence storytelling. No. Cutscene incompetence. Dialogue. No. Doodads. I feel like the doodads are more of a wash in this one. What are we thinking? No empty text. No post-game or endgame. Oh, Jesus Christ. Jongo doesn't know what a doodad is. Say you don't watch my streams without saying you don't watch my streams. What's a doodad? Do all of, do? Where does that come from? All of the, probably never to Quack. Also in about a week, I'll be playing Mega Man again. It's all of the extra stuff that games put into level design in order to make them look less than just a blank slate. It's actually a Blizzard term, and they're really good at it and kind of popularized it. But it's the difference between good level design and bad level design in terms of pure visuals. I don't know, Gigius. If only there was a website you could check that on. Anyways, I'm leaning towards a wash on doodads. There's some areas that do it decently, and then there's most of it that don't. So I'll go ahead and go with a wash on that. No empty text, no extra continuity. Doesn't apply here. Big drama, foreshadowing. Foreshadowing. I'll give you foreshadowing. It's a neat little thing, and I enjoy it. It's one of the nicer moments of the game. Intro was good, narratively. Yeah, doodads... the reason doodads go into story is because doodads are the difference between looking like you're in an empty room and looking at like you're in a room that actually is a room, right? It's there to... It's set design, right? It's something that makes it look more or better. Nintendo and Blizzard are the kings of doodad design, and I'll stand by that for a while. But a lot of games do some really good stuff with that. The Yakuza series is another excellent example of a series that has fantastic doodad design. That doesn't really apply. There's no localization. None of that applies. Music direction. So, this is how music applies to the narrative, how much it improves or adds to a scene, for example, or a moment. Thoughts? Yeah, that's why I'm sitting here thinking, because we've already given a plus to the music itself. But I don't think the music really accents scenes like it will do in the future games, so I think I'm going to call that one a wash. Narrative pacing? Well, it's definitely not good, but I don't think it qualifies as bad. Plot? It's what plot? None of that, none of that. That doesn't apply, that doesn't apply, that doesn't apply. Did I already put that there? I did. Actually, I have given that a positive, Mr. Nuclear. We put that under visual storytelling, but yeah, absolutely. It's positive number 4, if you're looking at it. Also, arguably positive number 2. So I'll go ahead and put that there. The voice acting wasn't bad, but I don't think it qualifies as good. Like, there's a lot of things that are just a wash for the story for me, which is actually typical for a first game. If I felt like being harsher, I could, but I don't. Because I don't think these are actually negatives. I think they're just there. So yeah, I think I'm willing to just go ahead and say +6 to story. Move on to gameplay. The actual meat here. Okay. I'm debating if we should give a positive for enemy AI design, essentially. Because it's not really enemy AI as we usually think of it as. It's much more scripted, but it's decently scripted. I don't know, what do you think? I don't know, I'm not quite feeling it, but I could be convinced one way or the other here. Well, it's more the beat-em-up thing I already talked about. The AI... Django really doesn't watch my streams. I like to get feedback from people. That's kind of the whole reason to stream. If I wanted to just go ahead and give my opinion without any external input, I would just do these as pre-recorded things and not bother to stream them. So, the discussion is part of the point, and people can and have swayed my opinions one way or the other. But yeah, the point is the AI is more... The AI, excuse me, I gotta put that in quote-unquote, is more about how they react to staggers, how they react to armor, hyper juggling, etc. That's the AI involved, and I don't think that really qualifies in the strictest sense of the word. We didn't run any bugs. There was one good boss. Camera was not great. There's no co-ops. Controls were good. Core combat was good. Scroll forward a little bit here. No crashes. Difficulty curve. I think I'm going to call that one a wash. Difficulty options, no. No durability, none of that applies. Encounter design was actually good. Enemy variety is actually pretty good. So, got a plus on that one. No fast travel because it doesn't apply. No gotcha moments. Graphics are okay. There's no hub. There's barely a HUD. It's not really a hyper beam moment. Funnily enough, God of War 2 will have a hyper beam moment in the first stage. Let's see here. Intro. Yep. Yeah, you're right. It's actually Taste of Power, not hyper beam. So it just makes it... I'm anticipating giving 3 positives to God of War 2's intro. We'll see. We'll see. I don't like to decide that before we get there. I feel like the itemization is actually pretty good, in addition to the fact that there's redundant power-up things to upgrade your stats, your health, and your mana bar. There's also reasonably good distribution of health ups, mana ups, health and mana from enemies, health and mana from special attacks on enemies, and the red power-up distribution is actually not exactly bad, so I think I'm willing to give that a plus. Let's jot that down. Kit, very good kit. It's got actually, I think it's 3 positives total there. No microtransactions. No map to speak of. Good mid-mission checkpointing. Also bad mid-mission checkpointing. We'll be streaming in the afternoon, don't worry. I should probably be able to finish up all the post-stream paperwork and get all the donations logged in and be able to do the rumination before our second stream. Jesus Christ, Roman Cure, what's going on with your hard drive? I actually haven't answered your question yet. The extra fighters, which are rather expensive in my opinion, maybe that's just me, but was it like $50 to buy the extra fighters? Music, absolutely, good music. No New Game Plus. Outro was all over the place. Actually, that was that. I hope you get it fixed soon, Roman Cure. Correct, Love Alex. But yes, those are DLCs, which are microtransactions. We decided a while ago to take a little more of a hard stance against that kind of thing. So DLCs in general tend to be a negative. There are obviously exceptions, because there's always exceptions, but I really do think the way that it's one of those funny things. Like, it's like, I don't like the way they're monetizing it, but I like the things that they monetize. It's like Europa Universalis 4 is my perfect example of that. That game, whenever we review it, is absolutely getting a negative for DLCs, but it's also getting a positive for DLCs. Replayability. This is definitely one I want some input on. What do you think? No beta leap issues. Safe system is wash. Sound designs wash. Doesn't matter. Trash design, traversal, translation. Wash. We can skip cutscenes. Ironically, I would say this game would be a lot more replayable if it didn't have certain irritating sections. In fact, 3. There are 3 sections that would make me go, eh. I mean, I'll never replay this game, admittedly. That's why I want other people's opinions on this one. I don't know, I feel God of War 1 isn't quite as replayable as some of its later entries. As all of its later entries, honestly. No, I try to ignore sequels when it comes to replayability. Like, future games have New Game Plus, which is an obvious thing, but also, you know, you can vary up, I don't know. I'm done. I think we're just going to call it a wash, which means we have our gameplay score of... Yep. Huh. +2. Let's figure out what this thing scored as, shall we? Oh, I forgot to... Hang on, let's cut this out. I mean, honestly, and I said this earlier, this is probably one of the best rated first games we've covered, and I stand by that sentence. Like, that hasn't changed. First games tend to be rough. That's how that is. I'm really curious how 2 is going to rate now. You cannot guess, Dr. Winter, because I just closed it 5 seconds ago. You know the score. The whole point is to guess before I actually punch in everything. So let me do a little math super quick here. We'll figure out what this ends up as. So this is 12.2. I mean, like I said, it will be a net positive, so that's, you know, whatever. So that's 8 divided by 10. If I was to guess, I'd say this is probably going to be around the 40 range. We'll see. Oh, what the hell is 19 plus 17? Hang on, don't drum roll yet. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. 46. Okay, now you can drum roll. So it's doing it anyways, might as well. Final score. It's actually lower than I thought. 21.46. Which means... Let's see here. Whom guessed closest to that? Ect is pretty close so far. Decoit is pretty close. No, that's Slartek. It's Slartek. Slartek gets 22. That's by far going to be the closest there. So congratulations to Slartek. Well, I don't think he's even here right now. That's going towards the messenger. I'm going to go and do all my wrap-up stuff. Put together a 5-minute video on this. And when we're done, starting at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or whenever I finish, we'll go ahead and hit God of War 2, which I am hoping, fingers crossed, is going to score a little bit better. See you in a bit.